Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chuck Williams, and it's my privilege tonight to be the host of our call. And this first person I'm going to introduce to you is Steve Williamson. And I'm going to let Steve tell his story and then a couple of experiences he had in the past. And I may ask him a question or two as he goes forward with this. But Steve, you're our first of three guests. And this is going to be the meat of our presentation tonight is real transformation stories. What's happening in real life with Isagenix. So Steve, take it away and share your story, buddy. I've unmuted you. Go ahead.
All right. Hey, good evening, everybody. Yeah, I was pretty much athletic my whole younger and into my young adult life. And then when I got married and gave up my martial arts studio and had to go get a real job to make money, I wasn't training every day. I gained weight. So from about 1987 until I started Isagenix, I've probably lost 1,000 pounds or more, just on a yo-yo diet, losing 20, gain 30, lose 50, you gain 60. And I started Isagenix, and it's an unbelievable transformation. I started this year lighter than I have in the past 25. I was 244. And now with these products, I've got the confidence that I'll be able to get under 200 by May. And I'm just feeling unbelievable. These products with the management has allowed me to release weight and not pick it back up. And at the same time, I'm gaining strength, which for a 56-year-old man is just incredible on its own. But to be losing weight and gaining strength, I just don't have enough good things to say about these products.
Well, Steve, we appreciate you and the good job you're doing. And keep up the good work. I believe you're going to hit your goals this year, and that's very, very impressive. So our next is actually a couple, Sam and Cyndy. I'll let both of them share because they both have incredible transformation stories. These two have become very close friends over this past year. And I don't know which one of you want to go first, but why don't you both take a shot at sharing your story with everybody tonight?
All right. Sorry about that. I was given permission to start, so I'll go ahead and tell my story. Mine is so different from Sam's, and it's been amazing to be on this journey together as a couple. I was fighting, unbeknownst to me, Hashimoto's, which is an autoimmune thyroid disorder, and I know Isagenix doesn't claim to treat, cure, or diagnose any illnesses, but my body responded in such an amazing way with this nutrition. I had been fighting debilitating fatigue. I had very little quality of life for the most part. I would go to work because my family depended on me too, and I would come home and I would go to the couch. I was so exhausted, and I could not function with that type of fatigue that was going on. I started Isagenix in April of 2018, and within a couple weeks noticed that the brain fog was starting to go away. I had energy, more energy than I had in 5+ years, to the point that my family even noticed. I was introduced to Isagenix by my mom's husband, Brian Aldrich. He actually gifted me with a 30-day pack, but I was so amazed at the products and how much they had changed my life in such a very short time. I started implementing more of the Isagenix products, instead of just using the shakes and the cleanse and the ionics. And every product that I incorporated into my daily regimen, I saw my life greatly improve in so many ways, both mentally and physically. Anybody who has suffered from any type of autoimmune disease or any thyroid disorder knows that it is nearly impossible to lose weight. I knew that my body was not supposed to be carrying the weight that it was, and I was able to release 48 pounds within the year of 2018. And that's huge. And I'm trying not to look at numbers as much as I am inches. I too was a yo-yo dieter my entire life. And I've really had to reevaluate my perspective, because this is not a diet. It is a lifestyle. And it is some of the best nutrition I have ever found. And I'm amazed at how my body is responding to the ionics, the cleanse, the shakes. I feel a difference when I go a meal without a shake, when I'm used to having a shake for breakfast or a shake for lunch. I can tell a difference if I don't get in my at least 1 to 2 shakes a day. And my husband was, I'll let him tell his story, but he was the skeptic, and he can tell you how he opened his mind to Isagenix, and how we were able to, as a family, as of, gosh, it was like right before Christmas that we last weighed in, but we as a family were down 193 pounds. So we're pretty excited about that. And going into 2019, this was the very first year that Sam and I were able to sit down and not reflect back on everything that we had been through in 2018, but we were able to look at everything that we have accomplished. And we owe so much of that to Isagenix and what Isagenix has given us. I feel like our marriage is renewed. My relationships with my kids are amazing, because I'm active. I'm able to be involved in their life. And I don't know where I would be if I was not introduced to Isagenix by Brian, or even gifted a pack. It happened to be that the month that I was gifted that pack is the month that my husband lost his job. So it was just, it was meant to be. And we are forever grateful for this amazing company, and for the friendships that we've acquired through that process.
Thank you, Cyndy. Sam, why don't you finish up the family story for us? You've got a great story too. Sam, we're not hearing you through your microphone. We're hearing you through your wife's. You may just want to go to her computer, because we can hear you through her computer.
Is that Chuck?
Yep, there you go. Go right ahead. Now I can hear you.
Sorry about that. So I was the ultimate skeptic. I had always been a athlete as a kid all the way up through high school. Still pretty active as I got older and as I got married. As I did get older, I started gaining weight. I, say it's from, getting married. I blame my wife for everything, right? So, along with just age and all that good stuff, I took a desk job, so I wasn't as active at work anymore, and I had gained, almost 200 pounds. So I wasn't a guy that ever took any type of supplement, nothing for weight loss, no Weight Watchers, nothing. I saw Cyndy try everything that you can think of, Slim 180, Weight Watchers, Atkins, the Zone diet, you name it, she tried it. She actually locked me in our Jeep on a road trip and introduced me to Isagenix, where I couldn't escape. I was actually originally turned on by the business side of Isagenix, but Cyndy said, "Hey, you got to try the products. You can't just get into the business." So I started with my 2 shakes a day. I'm pretty active at work, so I do a nightly cleanse, and I have lost so far 88 pounds. So I'm super excited. My family, like Cyndy said, we're pretty much an ISA family now. My daughter eats their bars. My son takes the products as well. And for me, my biggest thing is actually Isagenix gave me my wife back. Our relationship suffered for years and years and years because of her autoimmune disease. I had no idea what was going on. So Isagenix actually helped, not just change me physically, but it has, given life back to our marriage, to our family, you name it. We are a Isagenix family. So hopefully in the next couple of months, it's getting harder and harder, but I will hit the the 100-pound club.
I have no doubt you will, Sam. You guys are an awesome couple. And, Herb Cepeda told me when he was here in St. Louis, his first visit, who really helped me launch my business. I was telling him all the success stories that people were having. And back then it was mostly product transformations. There were not a lot of us making money back then. But he told me, Chuck, it never gets old. And that's so true. When I got that text from Cyndy telling me how this had changed her life and basically given her life back, you guys are just amazing. So I want to go now to our last guest speaker tonight, and that's going to be Versile Shaw. Versile and I have become very dear friends over the past decade, actually, but especially over the last year and a half or so as he's got really involved. So I look forward to hearing his story, and got a couple different things he's going to share with you. But V, go ahead and take it away, sir.
Well, good evening, everyone, and thanks again, Chuck, for the warm introduction. As Chuck said, my name is Versile Shaw, or V. Shaw, and I'm a retired professional basketball player. I've pretty much been an athlete my entire life, and being an athlete, you always are searching for the best, searching for that competitive edge. And sometimes it may be training, but other times you can't do enough to have the proper nutrition. So, during my journey as a professional athlete and playing on various levels and in various countries, I was always in search of trying to find the best supplements and the best ingredients and having the best foods to put in my body, to consume my body, just so that I could, have sustained energy throughout a game, or, even now as I look at it as a father, just have energy for my kids. But back then it was really important just to have, proper nutrition. And, one of the things that we found was that, the trainers and the various people in the organizations, they would get supplements and products from various companies. So they might get a protein from one company, or the branch chain amino acids from another company, and get various things from all these different places, and then piece them together and put them in a box and then give them to you, right? So you had all these different things that was supposed to be the best of the best coming from a multitude of places. And so, as an athlete, you kind of took what the trainers told you to take. And, that was always been my kind of, my MO was to, okay, the trainer said to do this, and so you do it. And never really looked much into the ingredients and everything. You just trusted what the trainer said. So you fast forward, and I've been retired now for about 12, 13 years, and I'm still into health and nutrition. It's always been a very passionate area in my life, is just having proper nutrition and working out in the gym. And I've always kind of supplemented. And so, a good friend of mine, he's on the line right now, Chuck Williams, gave me a call, and he was like, "Hey, V, why don't you meet with me?" So I went and met with Chuck just to try to see what he was talking about, just to really catch up. Really wasn't thinking about a business opportunity, just was catching up with a friend. And when I walked into the restaurant, I immediately noticed that Chuck was different. He had this glow about himself. He had, he looked fit and looked healthy. And I was like, "Man, you're looking good." And his first thing was, "Well, that's what I want to talk to you about." And so Chuck and I, sat down, and that was my first kind of really introduction into the world of Isagenix. And, again, like most people, and given that I'd been given some of the best supplements, so I thought, available, Chuck, introduced me to, said, like, you may want to try it. And I'm like, "I don't know, I'm not really that interested," given that there's one little caveat that I forgot to mention. And that was in about 2014 or 15, I owned my own nutritional supplement company, because that's how involved I am with health and nutrition. So I wanted to start my own company. And so with a group of investors, we had, our own proteins and branch chain amino acids and pre-workout. And so we were, using all these different things, and, we thought we were getting good results. I don't know if it was a placebo effect or not, but we were using them, and we were looking to market them, mass market them to the St. Louis area first, and then branch out from there. And a strange thing happened. I happened to be watching a TV show, and Dr. Oz was doing a special on nutritional supplements that I had no idea that, was going to be coming on. And so he had a red side and a green side. This table was a red side and a green side. And on the red side was supplements that had arsenic and lead, and the labels were a little bit misleading. On the green sides were supplements that were acceptable. Now he didn't get into essentially if there were 100% great, but they had a green side. So those sides, they could have had some things in those too. They just weren't as bad as the red side. So I went back to my partners and I kind of expressed the concern to them to have the products that we had to be tested. And, they fought me to do that, because doing that is very, very, very expensive to have your products third-party tested. So after some deliberation, we decided to do it. And when we got our proteins and our supplements back, as I figured and suspected, we had a bunch of garbage. We were claiming, 30 grams of protein. It had 7. We were claiming 5 grams of sugar. It had 36 grams of sugar. The cholesterol was off the charts and everything was a mess. So I withdrew from the partnership because it just wasn't ethical, and my partners didn't want to reformulate the products. They still wanted to sell it. And so I removed myself from the company. And, so when Chuck brought this opportunity to me, given that I had just gotten out of my own supplement company, you can only imagine my skepticism about nutritional supplements. And so after some, deliberation with my wife, we decided to, give it a try, because like I said, I've always been into supplements. So I knew I wanted to take something, but I was just a little more cautious about what I was taking. And, so the first thing we, started taking, I started noticing a difference on how I was feeling. My wife, she really fell in love with it because she enjoyed the convenience of it. Being able to have a full meal replacement in the morning without having to worry about, making a whole bunch of eggs and, bacon and all this stuff. It was in a nice shake, and she could just grab it and go with the kids. And so the convenience factor was one of the things that was really attractive to her. But for me, it was how I was feeling in the gym. It was the energy I was having. I was feeling stronger and more motivated, which I hadn't felt since I was playing. So it was really a testament to the science and the ingredients of Isagenix. So, just to jump into I've been doing some little testimonials. A lot of people come into Isagenix, for weight loss, and, that's fine and dandy, but there's a different end of the spectrum. And that was where I was. I'm what you call a hard gainer. So it's hard for me to gain weight. My resting metabolic rate is off the charts. So, if I just keep still and do nothing all day, I'll lose weight. I know some of you guys are like, we don't want to hear that, but it's true. So my goal coming into Isagenix was to really adopt the performance line. And having said that, I've been using the performance line for a little over a year now. I'm not exactly sure how long, but it's been a while. And I've gone from 230 pounds up to currently 271 pounds of lean muscle. I'm feeling great. My energy levels are phenomenal. And I'm constantly doing things in the gym that I wasn't able to do when I was 20 or 30 years old. And here it is at 42, I'm able to still keep up with some of the younger guys in the gym. So that's pretty much, my little journey in terms of Isagenix, from being a professional athlete and even an amateur athlete, because we would take stuff in high school and on through the professional ranks. But, I can't attest enough to the detail that they pay to, Isagenix pays to where they source their ingredients, to, the production, how they manufacture it. The whole gamut is covered, and they control everything. So that's one of the things that really goes unnoticed. So again, thanks for listening to me rant, and thanks again, Chuck.
V, great job. All three of you, 4 of you actually, great job as guest speakers. And as your host tonight, you should be looking at a picture of me right now. The far left was me before Isagenix. Now, in true transparency, I did lose a little bit of that belly fat before I started using the Isagenix products. But that picture in the middle was me using the Isagenix weight loss system with no exercise. I did virtually no exercise. I was kind of the poster child for no exercise and losing body fat. And then I went to an event called Celebration in Las Vegas in 2017. And I saw a gentleman by the name of Randall Peters walk across stage. He was 61 years old, and he had that body in the middle that I now had. I was pretty excited about the time, but then I saw him basically ripped out. kind of like V, Shaw, not quite that good, but really looked good. And I looked at my wife, and I came back from that event. I said, we're going to get back in shape. So we got back in the gym, and today my wife and I are both 57 years old, and we are literally in the best shape we've been in our lives. Now, when you're choosing the right company, I'm going to just take about 9 more minutes here. We're not going to go long tonight. I want those 3 stories to be the meat of our presentation. They were awesome. But I do want you to know, when you're choosing the right company, from a business perspective, there's 5 criteria that Herb and Patty Cepeda have taught us to look at. Number 1 is company financial and leadership. Well, I'll tell you, I was not very good at choosing companies in my career. In the network marketing industry, I have been the number 1 income earner with 4 or 5 different companies. I'll have to go through my resume and look at the exact number. Either 4 or 5 companies, I have been the number 1 income earner. But every single one of those companies that I was the number 1 income earner no longer create residual income for my family. Most of them are out of business. And so that's not a very good choice of companies. I finally found the right company when I let somebody else make the choice. Michael Weeder was actually the person who chose Isagenix. He was the owner of my last company. And I basically told Michael, look, you choose the company, I'll work with you. And he chose Isagenix, and neither one of us have regretted that decision one single day the whole time we've been involved. And in fact, we continue to be awed at what Isagenix provides us in the field. The second thing is the products. I had tried Isagenix before, and I knew they worked. But I'll tell you, when I started using the performance line, I literally had people stop me in the gym and ask me if I was taking steroids. Now, I don't look like I'm taking steroids because my body's not, it doesn't look like that. But because my biceps grew so fast and we're able to do so many things in the gym that most 57-year-old guys can't do, people were asking me questions like that. The products absolutely rock. We're not going to go into a whole lot of product detail tonight. What you simply need to know is the company's done nearly $7 billion in sales worldwide, and their sales continue to grow year after year after year. That alone lets you know that the products work. 87% of people using the Isagenix products are not people who have a vested interest in selling it. They're simply customers. All those criteria show you that these products work. And we literally have hundreds of thousands of testimonies we can show you. The compensation plan. Now, this is one area that I am kind of an expert. Having been the number 1 income earner with several different companies, I get approached all the time by different companies. I know the difference in compensation plans. And I will tell you, of all the compensation plans I've ever been a part of or seen, I've never seen one as good, as fair, and as strong as Isagenix. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. And then we're not going to talk a lot tonight about the system, but we do have a phenomenal system in place. It is the Cepeda system combined with the Isagenix system. It's the absolute best in the world. And then timing. I will promise you this. You will never see an opportunity where your timing is better. You're here with a company that's nearly 17 years old. It's debt-free. Everything is lined up for this company to become a household name worldwide. You are in the right place at the right time. Now, what is our vision? The co-founders of the company set our vision to impact world health and free people from physical and financial pain, and in the process, create the largest health and wellness company in the world. And they keep giving us the tools to make that a reality. This company was built on integrity, and it's built to last. That's what I like. It's not just for me and my wife. It's for me and my wife, our children and our grandchildren, as we can will this company. I talked to you a little bit earlier about some of the reasons why Isagenix is different. Nearly 300 people in under 17 years have earned $1 million or more with Isagenix. You'll find companies that have been around for 50, 60, 70 years that can't quote those kind of numbers. That is absolutely amazing. It's been growing for years. I mentioned that earlier. We're coming up on our 17th anniversary here. And one year they had a little dip, but other than that, it's been growth year after year after year. And the important thing is it's not just been real fast growth and then die. It's been steady, consistent, strong growth, just like any company owner would want. Millions of lives have been impacted. You heard some great testimonies tonight of lives that have been transformed. My wife and I are testimonies of 4 people before me, and there's many, many more. Lives are being transformed. And I think very, very important is the company is privately held, it's responsibly run, and it is literally set up for the future. Eric Coover's come in to help run the company with his parents, Jim and Kathy Coover, to take that next leap as a leading owner. And they've got great leaders like Travis Auden, Travis Garza, and many, many more. They've stacked the deck when it comes to the corporate staff team to put the right leadership in place. And with any integrous company, you want to have this type of disclaimer where you tell people this is not some get-rich-quick program. It's not some take a pill and get fit. It takes work. It takes effort. It takes discipline. We will tell you that everything's in place to help you succeed, though, if you do the work. We have solutions for multiple categories, and I believe later this week at NYKO, we're going to learn about a new product that's coming out that I can't hardly wait to talk about next Monday night that's going to solve some digestive issues that people might be having. But for right now, we've got 5 incredible categories. We've got the weight wellness. You heard some of us want to lose some weight. We don't call it lose, we call it release or shed. Because when you lose something, you tend to find it, like those yo-yo diets. We don't do that at Isagenix. We donate it, and we don't expect it back. Then you get the performance, like V talked about. Absolutely tremendous performance products. And I got to tell you that this is a fairly new product line for Isagenix. The results that are coming in are off the chart. You're going to see phenomenal things in the performance line over the next 5 years with Isagenix. Then you get your vitality and well-being. I used to like to call that the healthy aging. I literally watched my hair go from pretty solid gray to mostly back to its normal color. Now, you can see on the screen, if you're looking at my picture, it hasn't grown back. We don't claim to create hair on bald heads. However, the hair I have has changed back to its natural color for the most part. That's pretty darn exciting. And I just feel so much better. And you'll hear that over and over again as you talk to people that are using the Isagenix products. And then you got your personal care and beauty, another incredible line of products that the world is looking for. They're looking for that type of skincare product, and we have top of the line product. And then the one on the far right is what attracted Sam, and that is the financial wellness opportunity, the opportunity to actually make money, to create financial freedom, to live your ideal life, not only physically, but financially. So for more information about the product, I want to challenge you. Get back with the person who invited you. There's all kinds of videos they can send you that really go into what a cleanse is like and why nutritional cleansing is so good for you. Product after product, we've got all the videos and things. Go to isagenixhealth.net for more information. I want to wrap our call up the next few minutes just talking about how we get paid. We get paid daily, weekly, and monthly. I like that. How about you? Our core compensation plan is simple. It's just called You Share, They Share. So you share with customers, you get paid when they buy a pack. When those customers become associates and share, you get paid. In this model right here, you can earn up to $900 with people simply purchasing a value pack from you. 2 shares, that's 2 new customers, and your 2 new customers get 2 new customers. You can earn up to $900 with a simple You Share, They Share. There's an entire 5-minute video on how this works. So if you're curious, give the person to invite you. They can walk you through it and help you achieve it, more importantly. Now, this next couple slides are what really got me excited. And I think it's really ultimately what got V. Shaw excited too on the financial side, and that is residual income. In Isagenix, you build 2 teams, a right team and a left team. I'm not going to get into all the details again. We have videos that go into the detail for it. I just want you to get a high-level overview of what this is about. Every time your 2 teams create a certain level of volume, and it's not a lot, it's 600 points on one team and 300 points on the other team, you earn what's called a cycle bonus of $54. Now, $54 might not sound like a lot of money, but as your 2 teams continue to grow and you're paid down through infinity, you're not cut off after a certain number of levels. That's why this is not multi-level marketing. This is network marketing. You get paid on the entire network you develop. That is so exciting. And we're a global business. For a small fee of $49 a year, you can take part in the global aspect of business, not just your local market area, which for our case is Canada, US, and Puerto Rico. $49 a year opens up all 18 markets, including most recently Korea. So as your team expands and grows around the world, these 2 teams generate volume, and every time you trigger 600 on one team and 300 on the other, it cycle bonuses you of $54. You can earn up to 250 of those $54 cycle bonuses per week. For those of you who are a little slow in math like I was, $13,500 per week just in these cycle bonuses. Now, again, I mentioned earlier, we're an Integrous company. We're not guaranteeing anybody any level of income, but we are telling you this. If you build these 2 teams and products move for your 2 teams, these bonuses are paid out like clockwork. In nearly 17 years, Isagenix has never missed a payment, never been late with a payment. Not many companies can claim that. I want to take just a minute and have you pick out your number. What do I mean by your number? It's your freedom number. What amount of cycles do you need to make a week, producing income on the right that would get you totally financially free? That you wouldn't need a job, you wouldn't need any other type of income. Now, it's nice to have a job. It's nice to make this your part-time thing, but look at the numbers here. What is your number for total financial freedom? Pick it out and then work with the person that invites you, and let's help you achieve that goal and financial freedom for your ideal life. The company uses this slide right here. It's called the financial wellness slide. And it happens to be our upline mentors and coaches, Herb and Patty Cepeda and their family. How cool is it that the whole company uses this slide when they're talking about financial wellness? Because this couple right here has paved the way for all of us. Does it work? Absolutely it works. Look at last year's statistics alone. 29 people, if you count married couples, that both earned $1 million in 2 different positions. But 29 people earned $1 million or more last year with Isagenix. There are only 500 people in the entire network marketing community globally, 500 totally, that earn $1 million a year or more. 27 of those were with a company that's only 17 years old, Isagenix. And we have barely scratched the tip of the iceberg when it comes to global expansion. That's why I said earlier, when it comes to timing, you and I are in the right place at the right time. So which system works best for you? Again, we've got videos that'll help you understand this in more detail. If you want the bare bones minimum to get through a good program, the weight loss system on the right is great. It's $271. It's about, 70-something meal replacements. It's just absolutely phenomenal. 56 meals right there for you. It's about $9 a day. So when you're putting it into perspective, most people don't buy their groceries 1 month at a time. They buy it a week at a time or several times during the week. And so $271 may seem like a lot of money to you. I don't know. But it's not when you factor out how many meals you're getting for that. And they're nutritious, healthy meals that are going to help you get your body in the top physical shape. The one to the next left of there is called the premium pack. A little more expensive, but that's the one I really, if you are on a real tight budget, that's the one you want. It's got your ice of the lights. It's got some snacks. It's just a phenomenal product. And then the very best one is that value pack. That value pack is the one all the leaders come in with. When somebody asks me for my advice, that's the one I point them to, because they're going to get the very best experience with that value pack. And then on the far left, that's for people that want to come in this and treat it like a business. So if you're looking at, I want to come in as a business, you're going to want a little of all the products. My wife and I did not come in with that ultimate pack, but we did buy one later, and we have found out there are many, many great products in Isagenix that we probably would have taken years to discover, but with that ultimate pack, we got to try them all. And now when we're talking to new people, if they have a certain ailment or ache or pain, we know what to refer to them because we got that ultimate pack. So again, no one's going to try to talk you in a pack you don't need. We're going to simply listen to you, find out what you want to achieve, and help you find the pack that's best for you. Oh, and did I mention that our results are guaranteed? Now, Isagenix always comes with a 30-day guarantee, but now we're actually guaranteeing results. There's a website here, resultsnotresolutions.com. You go there and get all the details in fine print. But literally, if your first 30 days, you don't lose 10 pounds, and there's a little fine print, you got to take some before and after pictures, a couple minor things, but the company will give you your money back if you don't lose 10 pounds. And that started January 1st. Again, read all the details, but that's the confidence this company has. If not this, then what? Seriously. If not this, then what? For your weight, wellness, for your energy, for your performance, your healthy aging, your financial wellness, whatever it is. I'm telling you, I've looked for years and decades, and I have found my home for life with Isagenix. I promise you, this is going to be the best thing you're going to find. Jump in, grab this with gusto, use the price, get a good experience, and then simply allow your experience to be shared with others and watch your two teams grow. And if not now, then when? And now is the best time ever. It's the first of the year, 2019. 2019 is going to be a banner year for Isagenix. It can be for you too. That concludes our regular presentation. I'm going to do just a short training now for those of you that are already involved in Isagenix. If you'd like to stick around, great. If you're a guest, you're welcome to stick around too. But that concludes our regular Monday night Zoom presentation. I wanted to let all of you that are in the business in on a great secret. The company started December 31st. December 31st, 2018. And it's called the Rapid Crystal Reset. How many of you would be excited to have Sam and Cyndy Bartlett on your team? Do you realize that last year in April, I was in the middle of the reset of 2018, and it was that motivation that encouraged me to help Brian and Evelyn go to the next level in their business, and that's what introduced Sam and Cyndy to this business. There are going to be superstars joining Isagenix as a direct result of the compensation incentive that our companies put out there called the Rapid Crystal Reset. Normally, our rank advancement bonuses are $2,050 to be exact, including the consultant bonus. The company has said, look, all of you have the opportunity to get the bonuses you didn't get the first time around, and it's going to be double what it was the first time. So instead of $2,000 in manager, director, and executive bonuses, it's $4,000. Now, there are some criteria for that. I think I've got that here on this next page. Yes, I do, right here. So the entire Rapid Reset started December 31st. The date I want you to focus on is in the bottom of the page here. I want everybody to focus on that right there. If you've never been a manager or crystal manager, now's your opportunity to become one. In the month of January, and actually you've got all the way through February 3rd to achieve that status with new people. And here's what's so cool about Isagenix. If you've already enrolled some people, but they never hit the consultant level, you can help them become consultants, and they count towards you achieving this Crystal Manager bonus. I'm telling you, it's the most fair company I've ever seen. In fact, sometimes I think they're too fair. It's amazing how they really try. They want to pay you the bonus. Let's just put it that way. I've been with so many other companies that try to figure out ways to have loopholes that they'd put out this thing and look real good. People would go for it, but they knew nobody's going to earn it for the most part. Maybe one or two. Isagenix wants all of us, to earn this extra money. So I encourage you, if you don't completely understand this, get back with the person that invites you to this call. As a brand new person, you've got the best of both worlds. You've got a full 60 days from the time you become an associate to earn that Crystal Manager bonus when you're first getting started. Or you can do it really quickly in this short Rapid Reset and get double the bonus. They say either way you want, we'll make it work for you. Now, you don't get both. It's one or the other, but that's amazing, I think. The next thing I want to talk to you about is if you're not currently planning to go to Phoenix for New Year's kickoff. It's the big event that the company does to kick off. Really, in Phoenix, it's huge. And so it's sold out. And so if you don't already have your ticket, you're not going. I want to encourage you with all my heart to get the streaming live version. And don't watch it alone. Get together with some other people on the team if you have any in your local area. And if not, get busy and get some. But jump on this live streaming video and watch this event from home. It will literally raise your belief level 3 or 4 notches. Now, if you go to the event live, it's going to raise your belief level 10 notches. But watch it live streaming, you'll get 3 or 4 levels of improvement in your belief level. And this business really is all about making a decision, developing a belief, and doing the action. That's what it takes to be successful in a nutshell. But I want to encourage you, go to isagenixlife.com, and I think it's like $49. Yeah, it's right there on the page, $49, and you can watch the event live from the comfort of your own home. And you can watch the recorded sessions all the way up through April 14th. It is a gold mine. You get one good nugget from that, and you have a 1,000-fold return on investment. Starting next Monday night, the company has what's called the IsaLife Success Plan training calls. So at 8 p.m. Eastern, the company's going to have different topics every week starting January 14th, the Monday we get back from NYKO. Immediately following these training calls, we'll continue to do the Cepeda Zoom meeting for those of you that want to participate in that. But I'm just telling you, everything is in place for your success. I want to encourage all of you that are listening to my voice to get back with the person who invites you if you're a guest. If you've hung around this long, we know you're interested. Just get back with them. Don't play hard to get. Just tell them, hey, help me get the right pack for me. Help me get started and put me on the path to financial freedom. Let them know what your goals are, and they will do everything in their power to help you achieve those. If you're in the business already, now is the time to buckle up. 2019 is going to be an incredible year. You listen to Kathy Coover, Susan Sly, Herman Petty Cepeda, the people that have already made millions. Herman Petty made over $20 million with Isagenix. And yet, you listen to their voice, you look at their eyes, they're more excited about the future, what's happening in the next 2 or 3 years, than they are about what they've already done. That should give you a hint. Great things are there in store for all of us, but you've got to do the work. God bless you all. Thank you to all of our special guests tonight. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week when we get back from NYKO. Good night, everybody.
Thank you, Chuck.